says, your thoughts are racing, your ideas are grandiose, you are bipolar. I told him, I never get depressed. I cancelled the notion of suicide out at 16 or 17. Is it logical? It's like, if I'm gonna die, I'll go like Woodstock. I'll go like to Watkins Glen where I went, and I'll party like it's 1999, which
he has bipolar 1, which the mania lasts longer. It can be months long.
I don't have bipolar. I sent a message to the DSM guys. Here's the thing, in the bipolar dictionary, it says you must have experienced one incidence, that's okay, one incidence of depression.
Yeah.
I have no incidences of depression. I am entirely a maniac. I am entirely manipolar and unipolar, and they have no dictionary for that. So their freaking shrinks are shrunk out. I shrunk out the shrinks. They have it wrong. Now here's how I got to that same doctor. My last visit with him somewhere in 2007 when he canceled me. He on the way out the door, I asked him. Let me finish the question. Let me finish the question. I asked him this question.
I'm gonna steal your food, man.
I asked him this question. What if we owned our worlds together?
Yeah.
Okay, those are the first 3 questions. And my last, what if we owned the world together? What do you think his answer was? I think you're borderline psychotic. I knew I had the shrunk. I knew that was the perfect question to ask.
You know what
I knew they were fucking crazy.
You know what the difference is between me and him? Is I learned how to keep my whole mental dialogue. Like, you know, I get upset during the days because I'm thinking about 1,500 fucking things. And I learned to, for 4 years I went to Vermont. My book was nothing more than a conversation with my own demons. People go, oh, how do you do this? I didn't. I just sat down and I started hearing everything come out. All the chat, I was listening. It's like a third voice in your head. Can I take credit for writing my book? Yeah, I put a lot of effort, but I was listening to a stream of shit. I have billions of them. And I just learned not to really talk about it, right? But it's, if you
I don't know if I was
that,
listening. I was just tuned in. I call it here's how I spell it. R-A-D, RAD, I-O, capital A-C-T, RAD, I-O, active. RAD, I-O, active.
And what I did was I stopped telling people about what I was thinking. And it's none of their fucking business anyway. I don't want to go to a fucking shrink. I don't want a pill. If you're born a certain way, fuck it. I learned how to ride a bicycle in 1 day because I crashed 50 times. That's compulsiveness. It's not normal, right? But just leave me alone.
But I had no choice because I put myself in this movie. Actually, as soon as I figured out, here's the thing.
I'm gonna give her this.
As soon as I figured out how to buy the world and save the world, I was fucked. I mean, in a way, good way, because I was on a mission for God. What would you say to your mind? You know what? I said to my mind, I could die for this. But then I said, would it be worth my life, like Jesus, to die to save your life for the entire world and all of humanity? I said, that's an easy equation. My life isn't that fun anyway, and so, but I made the decision, say it's worth my life, but actually also made the calculation. The calculation was this.
This is way better, by the way.
I am the Antichrist, they're not going to kill me, because I am the value adder. I am the one the star of the stars. As soon as I showed up, I created 1,000 times more value for the planet. I created the ability to star stars. And so all of a sudden, nobody would want it in the Playboy Club.
No, but
nobody would want it. Vegas, yeah. That was when I was leaving Lost Wages. But anyway, nobody would want to kill me. And then I was the just man. I put the right guys in charge. And they could look around at the room in their same emails, because I put emails to each one of them and say, you guys are now in charge. And they say, fuck, who can this guy in the living room has, by the way, and here's the thing, as soon as they got the mails, they would have gone back to the CIA and Motorola. No, I do. I'm just taking my time. They would have gone back to the CIA and Motorola, and they would have said, oh fuck, this guy was in the middle of everything. And then they would have looked in my files, which I had files from everything, and they would have said, this guy was inventing shit when they didn't know it. And, well, anyway, they would have realized, well, we would have been all in the same game together from the beginning. I was on a mission from God, and they were on a mission from God. I called them the founding fathers of future man. They were angels, but we already have things called angel capital. I could call in all the angels. Because everybody that gets like $100 million or $1 billion, what are they trying to do? They're trying to find ways to give it back. I asked the three wise kids that showed up my door, what do you do when you're Bill Gates rich? You give out with $1 billion away and give that to your kids. I mean, any kids that can't live on $1 billion don't deserve to be kids.
Oh, I know.
You want some more tomatoes?
So tell me about you in Latvia. How long were you in Latvia?
Tomatoes?
No.
No? I'm not. More salad?
No, good.
I'm gonna finish it so we don't
Yeah,
waste. Okay.
I was in, well, I moved here when I was 21.
Okay, so you spent your whole life in Latvia. Your
Yeah.
English is...
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so it was
So you
13
speak
years
Latvian?
I speak Latvian.
Okay, tell me about Latvia.
Latvia is a very small and beautiful country.
I know it's very small. Okay, it's in the Baltics. Is it on the water?
It is.
What's the capital?
Capital is Riga.
Riga, okay.
Yeah. But I grew up in Ventspils, which is like one of the biggest port cities in Latvia.
Okay, so and where's the heritage of Latvia? How did it become a separate little nation?
We just fought for it.
Fought who?
Russia. We fought
Okay.
Russia to be independent.
This was all that Iron Curtain bullshit.
Yeah.
No, that's recently. But
Yeah.
I mean before.
Yeah.
Before Russia.
Oh, there were a lot. There were Germans, there were Swedes, there were,
So you were always getting taken care of. Did you take it over? Did you have your own separate king and queen for a while?
no, we didn't. We never had queens or queens.
So you were more on the French model?
What is it then? A socialist dictatorship? What is it?
No, we have a
Democracy. The French model.
Yeah.
Democracy in America. Right. Another thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's another thing.
but-
Let's not get into that because you don't want to make me mad.
So how did you decide to come over here? Why?
I was studying journalism and I was working full time and I was kind of burned out.
Right.
And I told my mom, I said, I need to take a break. I just want to go for a summer to America, learn English, and because my English was not that good. And I knew that for my future I needed
Can you
English.
just put this over there on the side next to you? I need it so I can get our desserts.
And then my mom was like, I'm not gonna give you money. So I got money from a friend of mine who
I do.
lent it.
Can I have another napkin?
Yeah.
Who lent it.
And I'm not ready for ice cream yet.
No. What? Take your time.
Who lent it
We're
me
doing
money.
everything. Cigars, whiskey, everything.
So I came to America, and it was in Wisconsin, but in Lake Geneva. I don't know if you know where it is. It's like a couple hours from
I know it very well. The Wrigley's and everything.
Yeah.
I go there with my ex-wife all the time.
Here you go.
I used to live in Schaumburg, Illinois.
Here you go. Yeah. So I was living by Lake Geneva, and it was a summer job. So I was waitressing.
Beautiful place.
It's very pretty.
Oh, it's pretty.
Yeah. But after 4 months, you're like, you know. So
When it
we
gets
went to
winter,
San
it gets
Francisco.
different.
Yeah.
And then
So
there's
we-
only one hill in freaking Chicago
Exactly.
area.
Oh, no,
like
I
it's
know.
a hill.
So that
Is there skiing in Latvia?
yeah.
There is, okay. So you have mountains and everything.
Like
Hills.
hills, yeah.
So, what do your parents do?
My mom just retired. She was forced to retire. She was the president of the bank. And my dad works for,
Why was she forced?
because the bank system was like, because she's older.
So the age limit. That's
So
one of
they
the
kind
other
of like,
things.
you know, when they let you go and then they will rehire for a third of the price.
Well, here's the thing is, in my
Isn't that
reality,
fucking terrible?
I basically changed all your rules. I said, guess what? All those
He always
retired
thinks in
guys,
terms of
like
ideals.
Jack Welch, Jack and Susie Welch were my first CEO. I made them co-CEOs. And I brought him back from retirement because I believe that people should be able to retire in and out. We don't have to work like all day long. And I'm not, you could be 90 and still be working for the enterprise. Right? And so, anyway, so I wouldn't have done that. But by the way, I canceled her bank, so she's retired anyway.
Yeah.
What does your dad do?
He works for the local government, but like a city government. And he just does everything for them. Like, he's like a second hand of the main guy.
So does the president of a bank make a lot of money? Not much.
For Latvia, yes. For this country, no.
Right. But, okay, do they make a lot of relative... Okay, a president banker here make really
No.
big money because we have a massive scale exponentially.
Fucking
They don't have
Sally
that.
Mae, the guy who
They have
runs-
more.
the
They
guy who
have a
ran-
more stable scale
Yeah.
in
You know
Europe.
why I laugh? We're looking at rappers and the Kardashians and all that shit, and they're making, you know, oh, they got 10 million this year. The fun guy who runs Sally Mae, the loan thing for school, made 65 fucking million last year. Okay, so I laugh because entertainment catches your
There's
eye,
guys
but
making
it's full
billions.
of shit.
Oh yeah, it's,
Michael
that's
Milken
it.
in the 90s made the 400. Listen,
No, Milken's nothing compared to the other.
no,
ones.
he's you know he went to prison, right? But my point is like we're so enamored with. That's why I hate media, because they're a bunch of fucking donkeys that aren't making anything. Like even the business guys that I know have
Well,
made
okay,
more,
so
and they're quiet about
in
it.
my reality, all of your news channels we bought out in 2006.
Yeah, this is all a bull.
Canceled them.
This is all a
and
bullshit.
all of them have been showing it, and it's a comedy.
Yeah.
It's faking it all. We're faking ISIS. We're faking all the Russian crap.
Yeah.
We're faking all. And why do we do that? The last time we had peace on earth, really nicely, was 2008 with the Olympics.
Hello?
And then
What
we
was-
blew it up.
Wait.
We blew it up. And guess what? That was the time I had to come out and play myself.
Hold on. Bill, what was the name of the boat that the U.S. sank to try to start a war with Cuba? Remember that? We sank a boat and it was exposed. It's like 100 years ago, right?
I don't remember the name of the
We
boat.
tried to, but we sunk this ship to try to start a war with another country.
Well,
and we got caught.
Well, and then there was the Gulf of Tonkin that we started.
Oh my fucking god! I don't even want to talk. And then the Cuban Missile Crisis. Fuck.
Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. Anyway, so it does matter.
I like talking about this because I get pissed
so
off.
Latvia, so where is your heritage from? Were you guys German?
No, like our heritage is more Swedish because,
Oh, hey, I'm a Swedish too.
like in old days,
Are you gonna take
The
me
Swedes
shopping?
came down.
Hey,
Because I'm an Anderson, I'm on the
Bill.
side.
well, in Latvia,
I want some. I gotta go shopping. I want some of these pants. He's got
in
camo
Latvia,
fucking. Where'd you get these?
Amazon.
He gets everything.
Amazon.
Where do you get your? Where's your mailbox? The Harbor Mail?
Yeah.
We need to do that.
$300.
this week. Ugh.
$300 a year.
Yeah, it's so worth
And
it.
then you can get everything and they pick up your Amazon stuff and everything. It's the only way to do it.
He
No,
knows
it's-
how to live here.
Oh yeah, it's easy.
no,
Ask me any question.
in Latvia, old days, like my great grandmother, her last name was Zviedrs, which means Swede. So that's how they got last names in Latvia,
Ah.
where you come from. So that's how we know that our heritage is from Swedes. Because we're all tall, blue eyes, blonde, big. So
No,
we
you're
come from
beautiful,
Vikings,
yeah.
you know?
I come from Vikings too.
Yeah?
You know why I'm mad? Because both of you have great blue
Well,
eyes.
I come from Vikings, I come from German, and a little Cherokee, and a little mutt. I might a little Scotch, and actually that's good.
Yeah.
And who knows? There might be, well, whether or not there's some official Jewish in me, I know when I prove that every man on the planet is a Jew, then I am Jewish, right? So there's a little Jewish.
Yeah.
By the way,
All
she's
men
so
Jews.
good today.
What?
No, we're
Good dog.
training our dog because when we have a dinner, I don't want her in here. You know, this is so nice to be able to just eat and relax.
So the freezer doesn't work really.
Semi, right? Like,
So Latvia's a little worried about Russia now
Yeah.
because of all this stuff,
Yeah.
but they are a little distracted. and stuff.
Yeah. Because Putin wants all the three small countries back, you know? He
But
wants-
see, Putin is playing the perfect role. You got what I'm saying. Okay, so imagine what I was saying was right. Just suspend your disbelief and
Yeah.
said Hollywood. Putin is making the perfect role to show people what a world would happen with a Putin. Even though behind the scenes, Putin has been working with George Bush. Obama was
Oh, yeah?
invented out of Osama bin Laden. You didn't even have an Obama.
I know.
When I put Osama bin Laden in the White House kissing George Bush on all four cheeks. Can you
Yeah.
imagine that? Them kissing their asses together and putting it on.
Bush, there's footage of Bush with Osama before this shit happened, and it's really. By the way, the brother still.
There's footage? I
The
didn't know
brother of Osama is still alive, and listen to me, it makes me want to join the military and put a bullet in his fucking head too. He's another one of these fucking.
I was
English-
okay. So
these English
since you
educated
hear your
fucking
militaristic
pricks.
boyfriend, let me give you the
Yeah.
alternate side of the story.
Yeah.
As a boy, at about 16.
What's this song? And I know you know this because of what we're talking about. Every man needs a maid. What were we talking about?
Neil Young.
Right. Good, because you always quiz me, so I'm going to quiz your ass too.
Okay. As a boy at 16 or 17 in Pasadena, they had Brown versus Board of Education, which was a ruling of the Supreme Court that made them integrate the schools. And they bused the kids, the black kids, from the east side over to the west side, Pasadena High School.
I don't even want to hear this one.
You don't listen, I'm telling it to her.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had my experience
So
with blacks.
shut up, you have you. Okay, now, there is, like we're at the gym class, I think it was for tennis or something. That was the one thing I wasn't very good at, is gym and stuff. But anyway, so there was this a short black kid, sort of a little fat.
Yeah.
So he walks straight up to me in the class, and he punches me in the face.
Yeah.
And I turn my cheek. And I think he punches me again.
Yeah.
I turn my cheek again.
Yeah.
Guess what happened?
This was the conversation we had about pacifism.
You just didn't say anything?
He, like, stopped. All these people are watching, right? Watching, theoretically, a fight should happen. I should punch back, right? That's the normal behavior.
Yeah.
But I was testing my Messiah's test. It's like, turn the other cheek. I tried.
So you and I will
I've never been in a fight in my life.
You and I will never see eye to eye on
cheek,
that one.
and I never fought in my life. Not a fight ever. In fact, like, here's the other thing. If they had brought me
I don't
to
want to
Vietnam,
smoke in the house. No, keep talking.
Yeah. If they brought me to the Vietnam thing, which I missed holding,
Yeah.
and so they didn't even interview me for it, I would have said, first thing is, I'm a pacifist. They said, we got a lot of those.
Yeah.
And I say, second thing is, I'm a communist. How do you deal with that? I'm a Marxist.
Right.
I'm not a Soviet communist.
Yeah.
And not, because communism, by the way, doesn't even freaking work without capitalism.
No.
And but I had the communism is sort of like Jesus.
Right.
But anyway, I think violence begets violence, and you don't end it with more violence. It's calm. It's all the simple shit we've been taught in all the Bibles, right? So are you a citizen or are you?
I have a green